Hey guys, welcome to Very Smart Budgeting. So on today's video, I want to share with you the importance on just not only setting your financial goals, but how to go about to begin to endeavor in this journey of financial freedom. So I want to share with you what has been working for me. And I have to say that I began this journey back in June of this year, 2023. And ever since I began this journey in June of 2023, it has been life changing. When I tell you that I have been able to not only just keep track of my finances, but I have been able to save, I have been able to just come out of debt. I have just been able to just stay on track, which is exactly what I was looking for. I wanted to be in a space where I was able to walk freely financially. So if you're watching this and you're probably thinking, I would love to begin the system, how does it work? So the cash stuffing system is fairly very simple. It is not difficult. It is actually practical that you can start even yet today. So for some, you may have to go out there and probably just buy a few things. But again, it's not completely necessary for you to do that. You can start right from home. So let me just share first with you and let me begin how what I did when I first began, because I didn't have like everything that you would need for like cash stuffing, such as like a binder and all that other good stuff that you probably have seen in many people that are in this journey of cash stuffing, right? So what I first began to do was I wanted to create for myself a budget. So if you're taking notes right now, the first thing that you may want to do is begin to write down a budget, right? So what's that going to look like for you is going to be different for everyone, but it's going to go according and based to what your income is and what your expenses are. And that's pretty much what a budget is writing down what is it that's coming in, and then obviously what is it that is going out. So whatever your expenses are, whether it's your rent, your mortgage, anything of your housing, excuse me, your bills, of course, right? You're going to write all of that down, and then you're going to go ahead and write your income. So what is coming in, and of course, what you're going to do to determine what is it that you have left over, right? So you're going to go ahead and subtract all of your expenses out of your income, right? Typically speaking, what you want to do to be able to stuff money away and cash stuff your money is that whatever's left over, you can use that money to put it away for, let's say, savings challenges, let's say for whatever financial goals you may have. Maybe it's to come out of debt, to pay credit cards, to pay down whatever it is that you may be in debt with, right? So what you want to do is that after you have like that amount, and this, I'm going to speak to different kinds of people here in different kinds of categories. So I'm speaking to the one that once you have done your budget, you have that money left over, and now you can go ahead and take that money, whatever that amount may be. Let's say it's $500. You're going to now direct that $500 where to go. See, and I think this is where many of us may fail, is that we don't realize that oftentimes if we don't direct our money where to go, money just tends to go everywhere, right? So you want to be intentional. You want to be able to direct your money where it needs to go, how it needs to go to where it needs to go, right? You want to execute a plan with everything that you have of whatever is left over. You don't just want to have that money just there, because what tends to happen is that if you have the money just there, you're going to just spend it because you're like, it's there. I have it on my card, and you're going to be really quick to just go ahead and charge it on your card, charge it on your card. It's so easy and so simple to just go ahead. And I'm going to speak for myself. It was so easy for me to just pull out my card and just like, charge it, debit it, credit it, whatever it may be, because you're not seeing the cash leaving. You just have a card, right? So while the card may work for some things, the card is not going to work to keep you in a space where you are looking to actually save. When you have the cash that is tangible, that you're seeing it leave out of your hand, that's when it becomes a little bit like different. That's when you learn discipline skills and you're like, no, I'm not gonna easily just give my money away, because you recognize the labor and the efforts and the determination that it took for you to get the money to begin with, right? Whether it was through your business, through work wages, whatever it may be, it's your money, you worked for it, right? So with that being said, you want to be sure to assign your money, right? You have to give money a place to go, right? So in this case, with cash stuffing, right? Once you have like that money, then you want to be able now to create for yourself categories, right? As to where you're going to direct your money to. So some of the categories that when I first began this journey, some of the categories that I immediately just began to implement. And I said to myself, this is exactly what I would like to, put money towards. And by the way, this whole system of the cash stuffing system, it's not just like one way of doing it, right? You have the liberty to be able to work this in many different ways, right? There's many people who actually have like different binders. Is that necessary? Absolutely not. You can go ahead and have just one binder where that's the one binder that you use to put away money in just specific categories. Totally cool. No worries. No problem with that, right? Then you have others, like you may have other financial goals. Maybe you're stretching yourself to really like save money and set challenges for yourself to be able to save beyond what you thought you can even save, right? So that's where you may see like other people that they may have like two binders, three binders, four. I now have five, and that's because I've been disciplining myself to just stretch myself to save beyond more than what I actually think I can. And that's just me because I like to always go a little bit beyond because I like to challenge myself, right? So with that being said, I'm going to share with you. So this is like my binder right here, right? So this is the binder that this was actually my first binder, right? And listen, you can bling it out, you can accessorize your binder. I'm all into accessories. I absolutely love accessories. Those that know me know that about me, right? And these binders, for the very most part, are very affordable. You can find these binders on Etsy shops. You can find these binders on Amazon. You can find these binders pretty much, online. These binders, like I said, they're affordable. The I want to say probably at the minimum would be like $6, $7 the binder, right? Do you have to get the binder? No, you don't. Is it nice to have it? Yes, because it just keeps everything securely in one space. And I'm all about order. I'm all about just management and the way I can manage my money to keep it in one place, right? So what's inside the binder? So what's inside the binder is pretty much your envelopes, your cash stuffing envelopes. So you will see here that you can label your categories according, once again, remember, let me go back, according to what you need as far as whatever your financial goals are. So this is the money you're going to put away after you have paid everything that you normally typically pay, let's say online, like your rent or mortgage. Maybe you pay, your bills online, and that's fine. So this is like for like after, right? Anything that you want to designate. And it can be, in my case, for me, it was like groceries, right? So I was making sure, I was making sure that I had in a category for groceries. So this way, what I would do is I would just put in, and normally my budget is like a 2 week budget. You can do a month budget. You can do a month ahead budget. Whatever works best for you is what I recommend that you do. In my case, it's been every 2 weeks because that is like my payroll runs every 2 weeks. So I have a category here for groceries, and then simply you would just go ahead and put in your money, right? You would put in whatever your money is for your 2 weeks for groceries. Again, these are just examples. You don't have to follow my categories. The good thing about a lot of these binders, they do come with your envelope, your cash stuffing envelopes, as well as budget sheets, right? And in these budget sheets, you're simply going to go ahead and make note of the date that you're depositing the money into your envelope, and you want to definitely write down the amount, right? So you can keep track of balances, right? As for me, when it comes to groceries, I'm not having a carry over balance because I'm using that for the two to cover the 2 weeks for groceries, if that makes sense, right? And then I have a category here for transportation, right? So this one would be for obviously my transportation cost for 2 weeks. So I go ahead and I just put the money in here. As you can see, whatever it is that I'm going to need for 2 weeks, I'm going to put it in there. So, and I'm going to explain the logic behind this, right? And again, same thing. You're going to follow the same procedure, make note of it in your budget sheet. I have another one for dining out, right? And you put money into your envelope for dining out. I'm just giving you ideas on the different categories that you can label, that you can categorize for yourself. This would be my lunch money for 2 weeks, right? Beauty, right? Because you want to be sure, for women, you want to be able to have a budget for, let's say, whatever you may need, whether it's lipstick, whatever it may be, anything of beauty related, you put it away in your envelope and then keep track of it on your budget sheet. Household items, right? I have one for home. Let's see. I have one for, I know this is like, it looks like Christmas, but it's not a Christmas one. This is actually for personal money, right? So you want to be able to have your own personal money away, and whatever that may look like for you. So it can be whatever amount. It can be $10, $15, $20. You got to work it on your level and your budget. Don't look at everyone else and that you see, oh my God, they have like, hundreds of dollars in their binders. They work their way to get there, right? So you got to start right from where you were at. If $5 is all you have, then $5 is all you're going to put in there. There's a level to everything, right? So, and then this one, I believe this is my Christmas binder here. So then, once again, and you just keep that going. I have one for health, right? For like whatever my co-pays are when I go see the doctor and so forth and so on. So this is my binder. Once again, like I said, I have 5 at home. And this is the very first one that I started off with. It didn't even, as far as the envelopes, it didn't look like that because I was using the ones that the binder itself came with. But then I got a little savvy and I was like, I'm not gonna, I needed more binders and I wanted to just create my own. So these that you see here, I actually created these at home. These are hand created by me. These are the vellum cash envelopes, and I created these using scrapbook pages, which I have videos on how you can do that, and I'm going to be creating more videos on how you can create your own cash envelopes. Okay, so what's the theory behind this? So the theory is that if you are designating your money, if you're putting your money away, then you're only going to use your money that's in here exactly for what it is categorized under. This is what's going to keep you on budget, on track, on time with everything. This actually prevents you from overspending because your money has already been designated to. So you don't have to worry about having like extra cash in your, let's say bank account, and then you're just like, just using that money because you didn't give it a target, you didn't give it a name, you didn't assign it. When you don't assign something, it tends to go anywhere and everywhere. So to prevent from that happening, you want to designate your money on where to go. And that's the purpose of having this cash stuffing system. When I tell you, and I can't even emphasize this enough, when I tell you that this has been life-changing, impactful for me in more ways than I can even name, because it has allowed me the freedom to be able to do other things that I've been wanting to do that I didn't think that I can even have a budget for. But because I created a method in which I didn't create the cash stuffing method. What I'm trying to say is that, but I created a way for me to just be debt free, working on becoming debt free. Let me rephrase that, right? But I have the liberty to do other things that I was not able to do before because I wasn't necessarily managing my money in the best possible way, if that makes sense, right? So I definitely recommend that if you have not started and you are like, you're trying to number one, save money, you don't know how to, then this video is for you. Number two, you're looking for ways to become debt free, then this video is for you. Number three, you're looking for ways to keep track of your money and to stay on track with anything that pertains to your finances, and this is definitely the video for you. So I want you to just start by, like I said, you don't necessarily have to run and go purchase a binder, right? You can just easily get yourself a pad, pen, right? First of all, write down what your expenses are, your budget, make a budget for yourself. Let's start with that, right? You can create for yourself a zero-based budget where everything of your money, everything that's coming in, you leave it at zero towards the end because you have designated your money where to go. I have been living off that zero-based budget, and that has been working for me because my money is not just like wondering where is it going to go. It's been assigned already. There's no wondering. We're not trying to figure out, oh, where should we put this? No, we've done the figuring out. We've designated it and it's been assigned, right? So I don't have to worry about where my money is going and if I'm overspending, and so forth and so on. So once you have done your budget, then you can go ahead and again, if you don't purchase a binder, which you don't have to, you can just go ahead and get for yourself some envelopes. And you can get for yourself just regular envelopes. I'm going to go ahead and just, just for the sake of the video, right? Dollar Tree, right? So inexpensive, get yourself envelopes, name your envelopes, in categories and place your money in there, right? According to your, whenever your money is coming in through your, work wages, business, whatever that may be for you. And you're gonna go ahead and in each envelope, you're going to just go ahead and write the categories, whether it's groceries, this is the money for groceries. Dining out, this is the money for dining out. Your money has been assigned. And that, I think, is the biggest key that I just want to emphasize here that you get today. It is to assign your money so that your money has a place to go. Many have asked me, how do you start the cash stuffing system? Simple, very easy, practical. Anyone can do it, and you can do it with what you already have. Set your budget first. Set that system. Determine how much money you're going to have left over. Run to the Dollar Tree and just get yourself a pack of envelopes and begin to just label them. Get creative with it. You get markers if you want to and begin to just make them look pretty. If you're that person like me, I'm a visual person. So to me, I'm drawn to anything that's sparkly, anything that I can accessorize, I'm drawn to that. And if that's going to help me to stay on target, then by all means, let it be so, right? So you got to find what's going to be your niche with it and do that, right? If you want to start, like I said, affordable, go to Dollar Tree, get the envelopes, get yourself some markers, and just begin to just create your categories. Stay on track. The only way to stay on track is assigning everything and following the method. Now, this system only works with consistency. I know some that may have started and then they're like, oh, it didn't just work for me. It's not that it didn't work for them. It's just that they didn't work it. In order for anything to work, you have to be consistent with it. Nothing will ever blossom out of inconsistency. The only way that you're going to be able to reach a goal that you set out for yourself is to become consistent in everything that you do. And especially in this case, being consistent with designating your money, assigning your money where it needs to go, and staying focused. Easier said than done, but totally possible. And I know that you can do it. So listen, y'all, that was it for me for today. I wanted to share with you how this has been life impacting for me. And if it's been life impacting for me, I'm positive that it can be life impacting for you the moment that you just decide, I want to go and, and just join a community of others that are just deciding that they want to be debt free. They want to be on a journey of financial freedom, and they want to be able to track their finances so that they can better manage their money. At the end of the day, you want to be a good steward with what you have been given. So with that being said, thank you for connecting. Thank you for watching. This was Very Smart Budgeting. Until next time. Bye-bye.